Today on Public Eye News, the DNR offers its weekly fishing report for the UP, and a budget proposal moves closer to a final vote in the House.
Elijah Clardy has our weather forecast, and Caleb Rydell has news about the NMU hockey player making the move to further his career in the sport. Hi, I'm Anthony Cilia.
And I'm Brandon McLean, and this is Public Eye News. A semi-truck and a vehicle temporarily closed down one lane of US 41 this morning. The accident happened just before 9 a.m., a quarter mile east of King Lake Road. As of 10:38 a.m., the incident near King Lake Road on US 41 in Baraga County is cleared, according to the Michigan Department of Transportation. No injuries are being reported at this time. Michigan State Police St. Ignace Post is looking for the public's help in locating a missing person. 25-year-old Raleigh Harrington from the St. Ignace area was reported missing by family members. His last known contact was in the afternoon on Friday, March 16th in the St. Ignace area. Anyone with information pertaining to the whereabouts of Harrington is encouraged to contact the Michigan State Police St. Ignace Post at 906-643-7582.
NMU students working behind the scenes of the WCHA coverage gain a lot of professional experience in the field. The unique working environment gives students the opportunity to work with professional equipment and rotates between jobs like camera, crew, editing, and replay. The skills they pick up during live broadcasting transfer over to real-life jobs and help build confidence at each type of job. The program gives real-world multimedia journalism experience to the students and makes each participant more valuable as a job prospect for future employment opportunities. And Michigan Tech University is preparing for their annual Jazz Fest, which is taking place this Thursday through Saturday. World-class jazz musician Fred Hirsch is attending the event. The event kicks off on Thursday evening with the film The Ballad of Fred Hirsch. Jazz Fest continues on Friday with MTU's Research Development Big Band and Jazz Lab Band. The fest concludes on Saturday with the Fred Hirsch Trio, which promises to be a diverse mix of original and popular music. All events start at 7:30 in the Raza Center.
The Marquette County Road Commission lost an appeal on Tuesday. Local officials wanted to create a more direct route for trucks between a mine and a processing mill. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency raised objections over the impacts. The appeals court acknowledged that the Road Commission was put through a long, expensive, and frustrating process. The court says the commission can't sue the government because it voluntarily surrendered without waiting for a final ruling. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources has released their weekly fishing report for the Upper Peninsula. In the Keweenaw Bay, fishing has been slow. In Little Bay Danock, ice has remained in most areas, but that will change fast in the coming weeks. And in Marquette, ice was still present at the Upper Harbor Bubblers. According to many, in late March and early April, the lower Detroit River is a great location to catch walleye in decent quantities. As April moves on, fish move further upriver, but the opportunities are still bountiful. And after the break, we'll have your national and international news. Stay tuned.
Wilma Mankiller, the first woman ever to serve as the tribe's principal chief.
A lot of people told her not to do it.
It was the very first time I'd ever faced overt sexism.
She had death threats.
They were fearful of a woman leadership.
She's appeared before congressional committees and met with 3 presidents.
I'm a pretty ordinary person, given an opportunity to do extraordinary things in my life.
Saturday afternoon at 4:30 on Public TV 13.
And welcome back. A 25-minute cell phone video was recovered from the Austin bomber. The video went into detail about the bombs he created using materials from Home Depot. The video was recorded hours before he was being surrounded by SWAT members, indicating that he knew he was going to be caught. Mark Anthony Condit, the 23-year-old college dropout and terrorist, took his own life by one of his own explosives earlier this week. It is unclear if he acted alone in the bombings or if he had an accomplice. Police found him through cell phone signals, video surveillance, and witness accounts. And social media site Facebook has become the center of controversy regarding the handling of users' data. Vladimir Duthiers has more.
This was a major breach of trust, and I'm really sorry that this happened.
In a rare television interview, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg acknowledged his company should have done more to protect its users' data.
If we can't do that, then we don't deserve to have the opportunity to serve people.
In 2013, a researcher built a personality quiz app that collected psychological data from Facebook users and some of their friends. The information was then sold to a third party, Cambridge Analytica, and used in targeted political advertising.
You can't share data in a way that people don't know or don't consent to.
Zuckerberg said Wednesday that in 2015, journalists told Facebook that Cambridge Analytica had data from its users. Facebook asked the company to delete the data. Zuckerberg said Facebook believed Cambridge Analytica had after it provided them with a formal certification.
I'm used to when people legally certify that they're going to do something, that they do it.
In a Facebook post earlier Wednesday, Zuckerberg outlined some of the changes the company vows to make. He said Facebook will investigate all apps that had access to large amounts of information prior to 2014 when they reduced data access. Facebook will ban any developer that does not agree to a thorough audit and take steps to help users understand which apps they've allowed to access their data.
We're going to review thousands of apps. This is going to be an intensive process, but this is important.
A $1.3 trillion budget bill that boosts military and domestic spending has cleared an important procedural hurdle Thursday. The bill, negotiated by congressional leaders, would deprive President Donald Trump of some of his border wall money and take only incremental steps to address gun violence. It would also increase the federal deficit and leave behind the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals Program, or DACA. House members voted 211 to 207 to begin debate and move toward a vote that would then send the bill to the Senate. This morning, the Northeast is still dealing with a powerful nor'easter. The early spring storm has stranded thousands of travelers and knocked out power. Hannah Doba is in New York City's Central Park with the latest on the early spring storm pummeling the region.
The storm continued to pound the Northeast overnight and will not end until late this afternoon. Among the areas hit hardest, parts of western Pennsylvania got as much as 19 inches. Areas on Long Island, New York are also digging out, or as in the case with this car, pushing out from as much as 10 inches. Some people, like this man in New Jersey, are trying desperately to leave winter behind.
You actually look like you're dressed ready for spring already.
Yeah, I wear shorts a lot.
Regrets?
Yeah, definitely.
The storm began yesterday morning. By last night, almost 7 inches had fallen in New York City's Central Park. The heavy snow pulled down trees and power lines. About 85,000 customers from West Virginia to New Jersey are without electricity. Amtrak is running a modified schedule today. More than 4,000 flights were canceled yesterday, over 600 so far today.
Half of my group is on the runway, half of them need flights. It's just crazy at the moment.
This is the fourth nor'easter in 3 weeks that has moved up the East Coast. Hannah Doba, CBS News, New York.
NSYNC is finally reuniting, but not for music or a tour. They're getting a star on a Hollywood Walk of Fame on April 30th, an event which J.C. Chazez, Lance Bass, Joey Fatone, Chris Kirkpatrick, and Justin Timberlake will attend. The fivesome released their hit self-titled album back in 1998, featuring such songs as Bye Bye Bye, It's Gonna Be Me, and Pop. The last time the band reunited was back in 2013 when Justin Timberlake received the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. And after the break, we'll be back with your weather and sports. Stay tuned.
LA's Chicano movement was looking for a powerful voice. Oscar Zeta Acosta was looking for meaning.
He was smart as hell, he was shrewd, he was also a risk taker.
Acosta would become one of his generation's most forceful critics of white supremacy, until everything started unraveling around him.
There was such potential in that man, but people weren't ready for him.
A new documentary rescues his dramatic story from obscurity.
Friday night at 9 on Public TV 13.
Welcome back. I'm Elijah Clardy, and the time is approximately 10 after the hour as we take a look at our NMU Skycam. Pretty sunny out there, as it has been for the last couple of days. It's a nice trend. We're starting to warm up. The snow is melting away. In our current conditions, we have sunny skies with a temperature of 32 degrees, winds north at 13 miles an hour with a barometric pressure of 30.39 inches and steady. And going into tonight, expect clear skies, low of 20 degrees, winds north-northwest at 10 miles an hour. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy, mostly sunny skies with a high of 30 degrees and winds north-northeast at 11 miles an hour. Now, taking a look across the UP, there's a lot of sun out there, a few clouds across, just kind of spread out. 30 degrees up in Sault Ste. Marie. Manistee is 35 degrees, 37 degrees in Escanaba, and Menominee is 36 degrees in the western half of the UP. It is 36 degrees over in Iron Mountain, Ironwood 36 degrees, in the Keweenaw Peninsula. In Houghton, it is 34 degrees, and in Marquette, Michigan, it is 32 degrees and sunny. Taking a look ahead. Saturday, expect a high of 30 degrees, a low of 15 degrees, and partly cloudy. Sunday, a high of 37 degrees, a low of 25 degrees, and mostly sunny. And Monday, expect a high of 41, with a low of 37 degrees and cloudy. Well, Caleb, it is heating up with weather as spring is coming in, and good news for hockey is heating up too.
Yeah, absolutely. Things are going great for the NMU Wildcats. Robbie Payne, a Northern Michigan University senior from Gaylord, Michigan, signed the ALHL team, the Texas Stars. The Stars are the top affiliate of the National Hockey Team League, Dallas Stars. Payne is in joining the Stars on an amateur tryout agreement for the rest of the 2017-2018 season. He led the NMU team in goals with 24. Payne earned a third-team All-Western Collegiate Hockey Association honors and a Hobie Baker Award nominee, while he has also earned 2 of his 4 weekly offensive WCHA awards during the 2017-2018 season. 19 NMU Wildcats have also gone on to the NHL in their professional careers. A big surprise out of New York as Jason Pierre-Paul has been traded for the New York Giants to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was announced by both teams that Tampa will give up a 3rd-round pick and the teams will be swapping 4th-round picks. Paul is now signed to a long-term contract with the Buccaneers. This is a surprise to all. After this move, it looks like the Giants will likely take Bradley Chubb. The move to secure Paul is going to cost the Buccaneers a $15 million signing bonus. After a year off from tennis, Serena Williams is off to a shaky start when she lost her match to Naomi Osaka in the first round of the Miami Open. Both players are unranked right now, but that does not mean that they are not great players. 20-year-old Osaka recently won in Indiana Wells, only losing 1 set through the tournament. It appears as though Williams will not let this slow her down, as she has more than 2 events planned before the French Open. Well, things are dying off for Serena Williams, and I hear you have some that's dying off as well, Anthony. That is absolutely true. A man in Bucharest, Romania, was declared dead by his wife while he was abroad in Turkey. When he returned in January, the court wouldn't redact his death certificate because it had been too long. Happy wife, happy afterlife, I guess. To celebrate the 25th anniversary of the movie Sandlot, the Milwaukee Brewers reenacted a scene from the movie. The scene was when the ball was hit over the fence and we got a look at the beast dog for the first time in the movie. This time, though, the dog was a tiny dog and was turned into something more funny than it was serious. And with that, that's all the time we have for you today. So come back tomorrow. We'll give you more news per usual. See you soon.
The preceding program was produced in studios located in the Edgar L. Hardin Learning Resources Center by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television.